Sasuke Retsuden's adaptation in the Boruto anime. I'm not gonna lie. First of all, it was a really nice love story for people that crap all over Sasuke and Sakura's relationship, because admittedly it felt so toxic for the longest time, of this dude that is basically, telling her she's annoying, tried to end her on multiple occasions and whatnot. Through Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, absolutely they had it's the word tumultuous, I believe that's the word, relationship. They had a toxic relationship. It was kind of like, holy cow, you know what I'm saying? This girl that she doesn't understand that he's going through some stuff.
So what's going on outside right now?
What difference does it make to you? There's nothing that you can do about it anyway.
In order to analyze our next move, Sakura is...
Kakashi, you're being just like Sakura right now. Just be quiet for a bit.
Hey, Sasuke!
You need to leave!
Stuff. And granted, I think Sasuke as a character, if you really analyze him, not that he was justified with all the stuff he did, but you could kind of see, bro, this was a kid that was traumatized beyond belief from even his own older brother. Like, a lot of really messed up things happened to him early on. So you get to where they first meet, Sakura and Sasuke, and you're gonna get somebody that is brooding and constantly like, yo, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? That's why he was the way he was, and he made those moves. Dog, he was traumatized, and he was, 12 years old? Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura, they're like 12 years old at the beginning of Naruto, right? So he's gonna be standoffish. He's gonna be all sorts of stuff. This kid just a few years beforehand had his whole family and his whole clan slaughtered and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get, that's gonna be the product of that. You're not gonna have a happy-go-lucky kid. So, you add that into, okay, so he's placed in the situation, and there's Sakura, this girl that really likes him and is after him, and he's basically like, I can't even process that type of relationship, or the thought of having that type of relationship, because I am so broken. That is somebody that is absolutely broken as a child, and that's how he's going to respond. Is it right? Hell no. The way he did things was absolutely horrible. Like, I just recently, not that long ago, with my nephew, because my nephew's watching through Naruto Shippuden, we just watched where Sasuke tried to attack Sakura and all of that stuff that went down and whatnot. That is a broken person. You want to make a real world comparison, it's somebody that has lost people, that shut themselves down and come across as angry, aggressive and stuff like that, because they're hurt. They're hurting, and that's what Sasuke was from the very beginning. Again, I can't say, yo, he's justified, but you also got to keep in mind, these are little kids that are thrusted into these positions of being ninja and, these life or death scenarios and stuff like that. It's wild. And we're going to carry on from that in a second. Shout outs to Lucky Beetle. Thank you again for the donation. Appreciate you. Things about the material itself, I was not a fan of, or not that I was not a fan. It caught me off guard, and I was kind of pissed off, like, this motherfucking weasel, when Gigi stabbed Sakura in the back. I was like, because at first the dynamic that was set up, and because I didn't read that in the manga, it kind of shocked me as well. The dynamic was set up like he almost felt like he was a pseudo Naruto. Like, he had the blonde hair. He was kind of a little silly and goofy. So when he did what he did to Sakura, I ain't gonna lie, I was low-key like, Sasuke, if there was ever a time to get pissed off, dog, if there was ever a time to do, not my Bulma, now was the time, fam. You should rip homie in half, in pieces. I don't think he caught it until after the fact or whatever, but I ain't gonna lie, there's no, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we gonna kumbaya after you just did my wife like that. You crazy, bro? You just literally try to end her and then left her for dead on some Obito shit. Yo, Sasuke went off too easy on him. And granted, I think because the character himself was let off easy for his war crime, so to speak, against the nations, that he probably feels like an urge to, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? They let me off light, so let me let people off light. But bro, not with wifey, you know what I'm saying? Can't play with wifey like that. What was Sada do? You know what I'm saying? So that was something that was kind of dope and threw me, not dope. It was kind of like shocking, pissed me off, but in terms of the narrative for a plot twist, it was like, whoa. But yeah, I ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Because I love the love story that was here, again, of these two people, one broken, one hurt and broken, that kind of hurt and broke the other person, and how much they've come a long way. This is, I've said it before and I'll say it again, this was and is the Naruto stuff that we wanted after Naruto Shippuden. Like, this is what we wanted. And don't get me wrong, Boruto has delivered a lot of really great moments. I've covered it so many times, but this just hits different. This is focusing in on two of the main trio from OG Naruto, and I know Naruto fans understand me. Maybe Boruto fans that they like, yo, what's that series, Boruto's dad? What is it called again? Like, I get it. Y'all feel a certain way whenever I talk, but I'm gonna just keep it real. I know Naruto fans will hold me down with this, that we would have been going crazy if this was the story that we got instead of Boruto, because Boruto, it took a while to get off the ground. Ishiki was excellent, and now it's heading towards a lot of really crazy plot twists and whatnot. But this one right here with Sasuke in particular, it's just dope to get those characters, because I feel at the very least attached to them, and their relationship, how much it's grown, is amazing. Let's see. Zanzo's L, I ain't gonna lie, Zanzo went out sad. Zanzo went out super sad, getting dropped, and like, it was like, what? Like, Zanzo could have had a better ending, and I hope that the manga does something different, although I believe this is also based off of the light novel, so it might be set in stone. Oh my god, it was so funny, and I've had this happen with myself before. Yo, when they're having that intimate moment, Sasuke and Sakura, and they're like, they're being very vulnerable with one another. When Sakura hit homie with the, oh, yo, yeah, you got crow's feet, I was like, Sakura, no you didn't, and granted, it was kind of dope in a weird way, because Itachi, first of all, I believe Itachi means crow, if I'm not mistaken, and Itachi had major crow's feet, so it's kind of like, yo, he's at where his brother was at in terms of that aspect. But I was just kind of like, yo, I guess that's what it is about being vulnerable with your significant other and accepting that, because okay, he has crow's feet and she loves him anyways. You know what I'm saying? She gonna kiss those crow's feet. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's a certain aspect of being more comfortable with yourself. Like, it is a very, it's tough to be vulnerable. Like right now, like I have a couple of things I could be vulnerable, but it's tough to do sometimes, because it's like, oh, how are they gonna receive that? Like, I'll give you guys a very vulnerable moment for me. Hope you guys don't judge me on this. I remember one time, it felt so amazing. My baby mom, we was having some sort of conversation, and obviously, I got the scars right here, and I, for the longest time, have felt insecure about it. I'm at a point now where I'm growing, and it's not, at the end of the day, everybody got the scars, and it is what it is, and I've learned to accept that if it isn't for this, my life might be different, but not necessarily in a better manner. But I remember when my baby mom, one time, it was something there where she was like, I was insecure about it, and she said, so what? Come over here. Let me kiss you right there. And that right there felt so freaking incredible and amazing, to get the person that you love so much to do something like that. So, you know what I'm saying? It's about being vulnerable regardless. It's taking that leap of faith, so to speak, to say, I am a flawed person. And especially when you have a relationship and a dynamic like that, when you're getting something from your significant other that you love so much to tell you something like that, it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, something like that for me, it felt like, yo, that made my world go round. You know what I'm saying? So, you compare that to what happened with Sasuke and Sakura, and it's a beautiful moment to be able to be vulnerable with somebody that you care about so much like that. So again, from the original novel creator Kishimoto, that was also involved in the creation of the novel, to the manga adaptation with Kimura Shingo, to Studio Pierrot's anime adaptation of the Sasuke Retsuden story, this beautiful love story of where Sasuke and Sakura are at as adults, as parents, as a married couple. It just hits. Sasuke Retsuden was an amazing little piece. I feel like it's what fans have deserved, that have been, especially, still holding out hope for the Boruto anime. It was a tough year last year. We didn't get much great stuff, honestly, from there. There was times where, like, I still gotta say, and I'm just speaking facts of how I felt watching the Himawari Kawaki school arc. I was so bored. I ain't gonna lie. I just felt so bored. Like those are dope stories or whatnot, but not for my age demographic by any means. Like that's dope for little kids. Like I think it's a nice little positive message of like, oh, okay, problem solving for kids or whatnot. But for people that were coming off of let's just say even Ishiki, that was not something that was that intriguing. Um, but Sasuke Retsuden came, it saw, it delivered. Was it perfect? Sometimes the art and animation would get wonky, especially the animation. But as a whole, it was just dope to see. And I don't know if this is the finale of it, but it was nice to put a little ribbon on the top of a relationship that was built up for so long. And really, despite the fact of like knowing that they had a kid, it never really got addressed. Like, okay, so Sakura's always alone. How does she feel about that? Sasuke's always away from his family. How does he feel about that? If you don't know, now you know. Go watch Sasuke Retsuden anime, especially if you even just want to enjoy some, like you're a Naruto fan, you want to enjoy more of this verse or whatever of like these characters. Go watch Sasuke Retsuden. The final episode was 286. I believe it was running for 5 episodes. I think you'll have a great time. It's not perfect, but there's crazy fights, and I've seen a lot of people crapping on the dinosaur stuff. Like, dog, there's flying aliens and stuff like that, but dinosaur Edo Tensei is too out of the realm. Literally, there's Edo Tensei to bring back people that was sealed on top of that with the mad stuff. Like, come on, bro, what we doing here, fam? So, yeah. The dinosaur thing was whatever. I didn't mind it. I thought it was a little bit of a difference, and I think that they've already shown somewhat of dinosaur stuff in Naruto beforehand. Like somebody at Naruto Explained had actually sent me a panel showcasing that, so it was in the story all along to begin with. But yeah, great to put a ribbon on it, a bow on it, so to speak. Sasuke Retsuden was pretty awesome, and yeah, I guess just briefly, Code next week. The art and animation looking a little pretty okay. Getting into the meat of, more of the content from the manga. So if you're a Boruto fan, or, you're anime only or whatever, you've been waiting, or you're manga canon only, you've been waiting for the anime to get to some canon stuff, starting next week, the Code arc begins. And yeah, it's going to get real to a certain degree. Hype stuff. Thank you, Alicia Lujere, for the donation. Super appreciate you. Thank you so much.